Welcome back, everybody. This is Aaron, joined by
Sleepy Amber.
Yeah, Sleepy Amber. It's been a busy several bunch of days, but today we're going to talk about what sold this last weekend, and then I'd also like to share some details about our first private pick that we just happened to stumble upon. Stay tuned on the other side. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start today with our total number of sales that we had. We had 37 total items sell for just under $1,400, and it came out to be $37.78 per item as far as sales.
And these were our weekend sales.
Yeah, over the weekend,
Busy,
so everything.
weekend.
Yeah, it was a CHA-CHING all weekend, so it was a really good, solid weekend from Friday night all the way to Monday morning before we shipped. So.
Yeah.
First up, we're going to go through all the media. You'll see all the pops here. We're just going to highlight the ones that we really like. Personally, I want to talk about Twisted Metal. This is a game that this is a top 3 video game for me. If you haven't played Twisted Metal 2, it is a classic, classic game that I absolutely love. And the nostalgia of that game is just through the roof. So, love that sale. Next up, we have all the shoes that sold. The one to highlight here was the Belleville shoes. These are military boots,
yeah.
Steel toe. Interesting way that we purchased those items.
Yeah, so we had a sale at a community center, and we got there, like 45 minutes ahead of time, and we were going through. We've been there last year, and somebody had just beat us to like some video games, so we were aware that people will go in and shop early. So we got there, looked around. And we were able to get 2 sets of these boots, Harley Davidson boots and 2 bats. They wanted $30 a piece for the boots. I ended up getting all the boots and the bats for $75, and they were kicking people out. Like, before I paid for this, Aaron called me. He was at a different part, and he's like, "Hey, I just got kicked out." Yeah. So I was extra sneaky around the clothes and like trying to blend in, and ended up making the sale and putting the money on the table so that the people stocking the door didn't see me like already buying stuff.
You can hide very well because I can never find you at a thrift store.
No.
So, yeah. But I stick out like a sore thumb, so there's no hiding for me.
So anyways, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was a really good sale.
Yeah.
And so, and the cool thing too that I liked about these things sold super fast.
Yeah, they did.
Within probably 4 hours, these sold for full price. We still have another pair they haven't sold yet.
But we're already in the profit. But
the military boots are a big bolo. Like, we sell a lot of them.
Yes.
And we're talking used, new, it doesn't matter. They're good money, and they're also, for some reasons, something that a lot of other people don't look to pick up.
I know.
So we'll find those late in the day oftentimes, and we're able to pick them up for $5 and then flip them for $30 to $40, and I like to think that it's serving a good purpose.
Right.
So
we like that one.
So yeah. Next up, toys. So I like a couple. I love toys. I just like toys. But I'm going to talk about the slot cars. These were sitting on my like listing area and just staring at me for a long time. Because it just requires a little bit more difficulty in investigating and figuring out a price for something that I don't know very much about.
Right.
Well, I put them up, and they basically sold within 2 hours. Like that. So quick, fast sale that was literally sitting next to me.
Yeah, just waiting to be cashed in.
Yeah. The problem was these didn't work. So there wasn't necessarily sold comps for parts and repair. But the person that obviously liked them, they gave us good reviews and feedback, and they sold quickly. So I'm thinking it's probably a good deal, but nevertheless,
probably don't want them again.
It's away from my area. Well, we paid $5 for it, so I think slot cars are still going to be a bolo, but it's just a matter of like how much do you pay for them. The other thing I liked was obviously the Scott Hall figure. Wrestling, anything wrestling related.
Who's Scott Hall?
Yeah, anything wrestling related, I'm gonna love. So next up we have electronics. Nothing exciting here that I'm particularly excited about. All of this stuff was slow movers that we had to put at the bottom of the market in order to get it to move. So I'm happy to see them all go. In some cases, they went out on offers, and I'm glad to give somebody a deal.
Yeah.
So now I think it's a good time for us to transition into the private pick.
Yeah.
So this one was interesting. I reached out to a guy a few weeks before this all happened because they put a listing out that they had a garage sale late on a Friday, and it had no details as far as what it had. And so I was asking him if he had video games and golf clubs, or I think records is what I also asked for. And he said he had video games, but he was actually postponing the garage sale to a later date because he was overwhelmed. I said, hey, I get it. I do not envy anybody when it comes to doing a garage sale. It's a lot of work and effort that goes into running a garage sale, so I can appreciate that. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and he blindly says something to me about bringing something downstairs.
Yeah. I've got to get it downstairs.
I got to get it downstairs, and then I'll be ready or something. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm still interested in the video games if you happen to have them.
I don't know what you're bringing downstairs to me. But...
And then he was like, oops, sorry, wrong person. But I wasn't going to let him off the hook. We had a really bad day garage sale that day.
Did. That was horrible.
So it was like one of the worst days of the year that we had up to that point.
Yeah.
And eventually he said, yeah, sure, come on over. And so I ran up there. It was a pretty decent drive. And the whole time I'm kind of worried because, I'm going to take all this time,
get
gas,
all the way there. We already
all
had
the way
that
there.
Day. Yeah.
And, who's to say it's actually going to have anything good? Mm-hmm. Well, they had some good stuff. I got a couple Pokemon games. One that's already sold. It didn't even fully work, but it sold fairly quickly. A Game Boy Color, which just happens to be right here, that I actually had to clean a little bit to get it to work. But we don't have a Game Boy at the moment, so this is going to be for personal use. They had a Modern Warfare mask helmet thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you put up our listing here. But anytime you see any of these big box sets, they're always made in limited quantities. They are a huge bolo if you can get them, and I just don't really ever find them. So pick that up, and then got some manga that wasn't that particularly great, and then a lot of video games where a couple of them will sell for like 15, and then the rest are mostly fodder. But I paid $100 for everything out the door. Mm-hmm. The helmet thing is going to get us well into the profit. All the Pokemon games and the Game Boy and all these other things, just all bonus add-ons. So it really helped save the weekend.
Yeah.
So perfect. So we will move on.
So that was a happy mistake that he messaged you.
A happy mistake, and we slipped into
yes.
Perfect. So now we're on to clothing. My highlight for clothing is these two hats were part of my Whatnot auction. I listed them both at $10. They did not sell.
Just didn't have any Bama fans.
It was the Bama fan hat, and then the Titleist visor, which I love that visor.
Yeah,
it's really nice
really
visor.
Sharp looking.
But then both sell on eBay shortly after for 15 plus shipping. So it's just, you get good inventory. It might not sell at Whatnot.
Yeah.
It might sell on eBay.
That's a good thing about having diversity of your platforms that you use, because some people that may shop one site won't shop at another, so you just kind of hit them everywhere.
Yeah.
Bound to sell.
Yeah. So very happy about that. Next up we have golf. We got this putter, this Seymour putter. I never heard of the brand before, but it just looked unique and the price was so cheap. I was like, I'm not even going to look it up. I'm just going to buy it. I got this with another 3-wood. They just wanted $2 a piece. $85 free shipping.
Every time I saw that title, I thought it was like Seymour in the notes description.
Seymour Butts?
No,
like
Seymour.
Simpsons, the Simpsons Seymour
Nope,
Butts.
not where I was going with it. I just thought it meant
You don't remember the prank calls?
I get it, but I was thinking more of Seymour details in the comment section.
Home goods. This is one that you're excited about.
Yeah, we've sold Tiffany glassware before in kind of the same condition, except for it was never opened, so it's like a mystery box of what the monogram was. A lot of people get them for wedding gifts, and this was another one of those, and it just sat in their house. They never used them, and what did we pay for them?
We paid $20 for that. So $20 into 100.
It was fast.
It's a fast seller.
Yeah.
And we know it's going to sell.
And I love Tiffany. It's so pretty. I don't have any. I don't need any, but I like picking it up and getting it to other people.
I mean, I was willing to pay $20 without even looking it up.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things where this is going to be worth more than $20.
Yeah.
I'll take a swing at this.
Yeah, so that was
but
good.
sold really fast. Easy to list, easy to ship.
Yes.
And I think almost always they know what they're getting.
Yeah.
So it's you can't really fail. And honestly, too, the other add-on here is with the casing that they came in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to
worry
like
about it
be
breaking.
super.
I mean, I always pack it great. I
Yeah.
did bubble and everything
Yeah.
still, but they always pack it with like that foam insert and like a real sturdy, strong box. So I don't worry about it damaging at all.
Yeah. So that basically sums up the weekend. So all I ask for everybody out there is, what was your favorite sale from this show?
Yeah.
What was yours? Is it the Tiffany's?
Yeah, Tiffany.
Tiffany for sure.
Glasses.
I'm gonna go with Twisted Metal. There's a new TV series that's just now coming
Probably
out
not
that
watch
we
that.
need to catch.
I'm probably not going to see
You're
it.
gonna watch it with
No,
me.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that's all
So.
you.
Awesome. Well, other than that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you watching all the way to the
Yes.
end, and you are the real MVP.
MVP.